It's 3 in the morning. The dead of night, when your guard is at its lowest. Your phone buzzes, a sharp, insistent vibration that cuts through the silence. It's not a text. It's a call. You squint at the screen, your mind still clouded with sleep. You recognize the number. It's your bank. Not a strange, blocked ID, but the legitimate saved in your contacts number you've called a dozen times before. A flicker of unease, quickly suppressed. Why would they call so late? You pick up, a knot of anxiety tightening in your stomach. And the voice on the other end is perfect, it's professional. It sounds exactly like the branch manager you spoke to last month, the one who helped you set up your savings account. The voice uses your name. It sounds warm, familiar. It even references the town you live in. Every detail is designed to disarm you, to make you feel safe. They tell you there's a suspicious transfer on your account. A large sum, flagged for immediate review, heading to an overseas account you've never heard of. Panic begins to set in, cold and sharp. The voice on the phone remains a steady anchor in your rising fear. They say they've caught it just in time, but they need your help to lock it down. They need you to verify your identity. It's a new security protocol, they explain. All you have to do is say a simple phrase into the phone. My voice is my password. It seems so simple, so secure. You say the words. Just 5 words, a wave of relief washes over you. You think you're saving your money. You think you've just stopped a thief, but in the 3 seconds it took you to speak, you weren't talking to a person. You were talking to a machine. An AI agent on the other end has already captured the unique biometric signature of your voice. It has analyzed its pitch, its cadence, its timbre. And in less than a heartbeat, it has cloned it. That AI can now say anything, in your voice. It has already used your perfect synthesized voice to authorize the very transfer it warned you about, bypassing the bank's most advanced biometric security. It has drained every cent you've ever earned. By the time you hang up feeling safe and secure, you aren't just broke. You're digitally erased. Your savings, your checking, your future, all gone. Welcome to the 2026 AI bank fraud crisis. This isn't a distant theory or a science fiction plot. The technology is already here. And this scenario is happening to thousands of people right now, in the milliseconds of silence between your breaths. It's a new kind of war, fought in the invisible spaces of our digital lives, and your own voice has become the weapon used against you. We used to think two-factor authentication was our digital fortress. It was built on a principle of possession, something you know, your password, and something you have, your phone. This combination was meant to be an unbreakable wall, a guarantee that only you could access your most sensitive information. We thought as long as we had our phones, we were safe. But the architects of this new age of theft don't bother picking locks. They simply convince the gatekeeper to hand over the keys. The very thing we believed was our strength, our reliance on the global telecommunications network, became our greatest vulnerability. In 2026, the fortress has turned into a cage. The walls we built for protection now trap us, isolating us from our own assets while the predators roam free. The illusion of control has shattered. Welcome to the era of the invisible thief. This isn't a lone wolf in a dark room. It's an automated, intelligent system that operates with chilling precision and scale. It doesn't leave fingerprints because it doesn't have fingers. It doesn't have a motive in the human sense. It only has a target. AI models today don't guess your password. They use social engineering transformers, models trained on billions of leaked customer service transcripts, chat logs, and voice calls. They have studied the full spectrum of human interaction, negotiation, and deception. These models can perfectly mimic a distressed customer to a telecom employee, using just the right amount of urgency and personal detail to authorize a SIM swap. Your phone number, your digital identity, is ported to a device controlled by the attacker, and you won't know until it's too late. They know how a bank teller will react, how a security system will ping, and how you will respond to pressure. The AI knows which sequence of events is least likely to trigger a manual review, keeping the entire operation under the radar of legacy fraud detection systems. These bots intercept tokens through SS7 exploits or real-time voice synthesis. The SS7 network, the global switchboard for all mobile carriers, was built on trust in the 1970s and never designed to be secure. The AI exploits this trust, telling the network to forward your messages, including your 2FA codes, to them. If a voice call is needed, it clones your voice from public data to authorize a transaction. They move in the dark space, the milliseconds of delay in our global financial network, where human oversight doesn't exist. A transaction is initiated, and for a fraction of a second, it exists only as a signal traveling between servers. That's the space they own. In that gap, they intercept, redirect, and vanish. This isn't just a hack, it's a digital assassination of your financial sovereignty. Your identity, assets, and security are deconstructed into data points, manipulated, and stolen, all without a single alarm bell ringing in the old world. The fortress is dead, and its ghost is now used to haunt us. To understand why this is happening, we have to look back. The master keys to your life were harvested in the Great Leaks of 2024 and 2025. Your social security number, your mother's maiden name. It's all shadow data now. But here's the twist. Model collapse. Because 90% of the internet is now AI-generated garbage, the newest fraud bots are training on the pure human data leaked years ago. They are using your actual past to predict your future moves. They know when you'll be most vulnerable. We are living in a feedback loop. The more we try to secure our data with AI, the more the hackers use AI to find the cracks. The models are eating themselves, and our savings are the fuel for their evolution. The game has changed. The old rules of defense, the firewalls and the complex passwords, they were built for a different era. They were built to protect static files in a fixed location. But now, the asset isn't a file. The asset is you. Your digital identity is no longer a set of facts, it's a currency. Every click, every search, every conversation you have is minted into a new token of data. This currency is what the new AIs trade. It's what they use to learn, to predict, and ultimately, to manipulate. If you aren't protecting that currency, you're essentially leaving your vault door wide open in a city full of ghosts. These aren't petty thieves, they are automated systems, tirelessly scraping, collecting, and assembling a perfect digital copy of your life. They don't sleep, and they don't make mistakes, so we must build a new kind of defense. A layered defense. And the first line of defense in 2026 isn't a better password. It's an encrypted tunnel. This is your shield against the storm of data harvesters. Using a high-level service like NordVPN isn't just about hiding your IP address from a website. That's a common mistake, thinking it's only for privacy. It's about obfuscating your entire digital footprint so the AI scrapers can't build a profile on you in the first place. It scrambles the raw material they need to function. By encrypting your traffic, you stop the scout bots from seeing your banking habits, your location, and your device ID. It's not just about hiding one piece of information, it's about making the connections between all the pieces impossible to draw. You sever the threads they use to weave a tapestry of your life. You become a ghost in their machine. A void where a target should be. But let's be clear, a VPN is not an impenetrable fortress. It is a cloak of invisibility for your data in transit. It protects the journey, not the destination. If you log into a compromised account, you are still exposed. This is why the encrypted tunnel is only the first layer. NordVPN is the shroud that keeps you invisible on the network. It's the critical first step in taking back control. We are entering the era of the dead internet, a place where you can't trust your eyes, your ears, or your screen. To survive, you must reclaim your digital sovereignty. Use physical hardware keys. Move your long-term savings to cold storage accounts that require a physical signature. Treat every incoming call as a hostile hallucination. The bots are getting smarter, but they still lack physical presence. Reclaim your privacy, encrypt your life, because in the digital void, the only person looking out for you is you. This has been a Digital Void investigation. Subscribe to stay secure in the 2026 digital landscape.